Alright, hi everybody. It is time finally to dye this hair because I'm sick of the three-tone situation I've got going on. It's like my brown, and then my blonde, and then this faded purple crap. So we're about to do this in the RV. This is the first time I've ever box dyed in the RV ever. So we shall see how that works. But I'm going to be doing it in our tiny hallway right here, and as you can see, my side pieces that are normally shaved are incredibly long. So as you can see, the long stuff on the side is usually shaved, but it's becoming on the winter months, and I would actually like to have most of my fur. So I will wait and shave this when it gets to be the summer months, but like right now it's really long and kind of annoying at times, but I like to spike it up so it kind of looks kind of cool. So we're gonna get ready and we're gonna do this. Yeah. Alrighty, we got the hair done up so that I can do my little side pieces here relatively easy. But this is what we're using right here. I'll have to show it better on the other camera, but we're going metallic teal. I'm excited. Metallic teal. So we got the hairs up, gloves on. Let's do this.
So this was a very standard boxed dye. There was the gloves, the color and chemical mixture. I did not use the gloves in it because I think that they suck and you can never get a good grip of anything with them. So I used some actual rubber sanitary glove things that I had. I think that the color went on pretty smooth. It was actually pretty easy to get on. And now I don't know if I had something going on with my scalp, or if it was my dandruff coming back to haunt me, or if it was something else, but this did make my scalp burn more than I've ever had a box dye burn my scalp before. You can see me wincing here a couple of times where I'm like, I worked through the pain! Beauty is pain! Now, I was doing it by myself, obviously. This is not the best technique. Like I said, no one judge me too much. I am not a professional. I started with my shorter stuff, which is like against my scalp, which is not usually recommended, but I wanted to get the little stuff done quicker and then go to the big stuff because I knew I had plenty of dye for my really short hair. Like I had more than I needed, so I like overly saturated my hair with this and just used the whole freaking bottle. I think that this stuff was a decent consistency. It wasn't overly thick or overly runny, so it didn't start just like splurge out and run down my face like some box dyes that I've had to have done. And it didn't take like brute strength to squeeze it out of the bottle either. But as you can see, it was a weird poop brown color when it came out, and that always like confounds me, like the two colors of the dye when it comes out. You're like, is this gonna turn out okay? I don't know. As you can see, I got some of around my hairline on my scalp and head. It came off pretty easily. I'm never quite worried about doing that. But you can tell that it's metallic silver right there. But everywhere else it looks like I've smeared dog poo on my head. This was pretty easy to do in an RV, I have to say. You can see me here in a tiny little hallway that we have between our living kitchen area and the bedroom. And I did it really well. And if I had to, I could definitely rinse off in the shower in our RV if I needed to. But since there was a bigger, better shower available to me, I took that opportunity. But I definitely could say that it would be pretty easy for me to lean my head over our specific shower and rinse it out that way. Hello, my creepy creatures. So as you can see, the hair is complete. I no longer look strange with my weird two-toned hair. Here is what it was supposed to look like though. Like kind of a metallic-y green. It was cosmic teal. It is by, I'm going to just butcher the frick out of this, Schwarzkopf. Got2b, famously fashionable as I am. So I would say my hair was a combination of these things. It was dark brown right here where all of my baby hair had come back in from being shaved. I was planning on shaving it again, but it's fall and we're going into winter and I live in an RV. I need my fur. Just a little bit, just to keep me warm. So the plan was I'll keep this and then I'll shave it for the summer and I'll have just my swoop again with my everything else shaved. Like this stuff, shave off. But I was dark brown and dark blonde. Like right here was the dark blonde and here was the dark brown. So I would say overall the green part really came through up here. But I've only washed my hair once now since I actually had it done. I didn't wash it right after I got it done, obviously. But it, I don't know if you can see. We'll get some shots of me in actual daylight. But it looks kind of browny now. I mean, it's kind of got a metallic-y look towards it. In some lights you can kind of see a more greeny blue look to it, but it kind of just mostly looks like my darkish brown color that I had before. I don't hate it. It look, you know, I didn't like the weird bleachy blonde frizzy looking crap that I had, so it's an improvement. I'll give it that, but I will say I don't think the metallic part stayed for very long. And I mean, it's the biggest part, marketing part on it is metallic. So it's a little bit of a letdown in that department. So I'm going to call this Schwarzkopf Got2b Metallics. I don't know, maybe a 5 out of 10. I'll give it a half. Just because it did make my hair darker and kind of metallic-y to begin with. It didn't stay that way, so that's why it's got a 5 out of 10 instead of the more closer to 6 if it had stayed metallic a little bit longer, but since I've only washed it once, it does not get high marks. If you're going to market your stuff as metallics, then this needs to stay more metallic other than for just one wash. Just one. Overall, I would say it's good if you just want to darken your hair and, you know, get it like, you know, to a better state than what you had it, kind of like what I had. But I'm going to say that if you want what she looks like on the box, go to a professional. But, you know, it's quarantine and I needed to dye my hair because I was sick of this horrible blonde mess. I either like rainbow colored hair or dark colored hair. I'm not a fan of being blonde. It just doesn't work with my skin tone. Wouldn't buy it again, but I had fun doing it. It was the first time I'd ever dyed my hair by myself, especially when it was in this state. Well, actually, sorry, no. It was the second time I've ever dyed my hair by myself. First time I've ever dyed it when it was this short and easier to do. It was so much easier with short hair. So yeah, I would say if you want the cosmic teal, go get it professionally done. Brad Mondo, I'm looking at you. Hair color of the future. Now to the mandatory fashion montage where I go do this in the daylight because I always tape my shit in the night. So we're gonna have to wait till the daylight to get me some actual light in my hair so you can see it in the daylight. So transition to lightness.